So why does a seemingly healthy-looking 48-year-old man live at home with his mom and dad at their house in Knoxville, Tennessee? Well, essentially, I started off at 25 years old, was living a normal American life, got married, had a great job, moved out of state, started over again. By my late 20s, I was retired from playing professional music and I started teaching at a middle school. I was 6th, 7th, and 8th grade computer teacher. Loved my job, loved the kids loved me, and made decent money, had insurance, and was living a normal life. And then, as you all know, at 33 years old, I suffered from the massive stroke and I wasn't able to work that full-time job teaching anymore. I was forced to retire. So in doing so, I had no income, so I did the unthinkable and I got on SSI disability, Social Security disability, which I earned barely enough to get by. But what it does come with is Medicare, and I need Medicare because trying to find a job now with a pre-existing condition like I have would be impossible if it's a full-time job with benefits, because they don't want to take me on as a beneficiary under their insurance program. So that's limited me from a lot. I can't even get a job at Taco Bell or McDonald's because of my disability, and I've tried. If I could just find a little tiny minimum wage job that I could keep myself active and maybe earn a little bit of extra money on top of my small Social Security disability check, that would be great, but I can't. And so I'm forced to live off of that $900 a month payment for rent, food, all my bills, my phone, everything. So, and if you're in reality, you know that's not a possibility. Possibly I could rent a room in somebody's house, and I've done that in the past, but it's not ideal because you're sharing a dirty bathroom with somebody else in their home, and I need a clean bathroom. I don't know about you. And not only is the bathroom an issue, you gotta share a kitchen, you gotta share a living space. If they smoke, you gotta deal with their smoke. I'm a non-smoker and I'm an obsessively clean person, so living in somebody else's dirt, is not my idea of a good living situation. So that led me to the point where logically the only thing I could do was go back home and live with my retired mom and dad, who are up there in age themselves, but fortunately they are kind enough to let me live in one of their spare bedrooms. And I rent that from them and started a studio in the garage that my dad so graciously let me use. At the same time, not only did I lose my career and my job, but I also lost my wife, which was half of my salary. She decided one day that that I was no longer physically attractive anymore, because before the stroke I was super fit, super thin. I was a mountain biker, a kayaker, a hiker, a runner. And after the stroke, I gained a little bit of weight, I guess you could say, which most disabled people would, realistically and logically. So she decided I was a fat, ugly human being that she didn't want to be married to anymore. So she divorced me and met somebody else who was physically fit and had a very good job, which I'm sure really helped her. So when she left, she took away my house, my savings, everything. I lost it all in the divorce because I was too sick to even want to fight it. I just wanted peace in my life. I just wanted it to be over and gone. To this day, I'm still kicking myself for not trying to fight for half of the house that she sold and took all of the equity that I had built in my lifetime since I was 25 into putting into this house. So I am forced to live at my parents' house, which is humiliating for a 48-year-old man to say, and I have no prospects for anything in the future. It is what it is, and I live that way. If you've had a stroke or are suffering from a major disability and life is kind of rubbing you the wrong way, leave a comment. Tell me about your story, because I'm really curious. I mean, maybe together we can work on situations to help each other out. But anyway, give me a like if you were able to follow this movie this far through, and subscribe to my channel if you're curious as to what's next for Chris the Strokey.